And maybe just to start off, you come over here. There are many issues that are affecting Kenyan workers at the moment. There's the issue of unemployment, and you saw the Gen Z demonstrations actually last year. There's the issue of the minimum wage bill that has been stagnant for years. And there are other issues as well, including the tax burden. And the people who are here and those who will be watching this event from the screens will be hoping to hear the president say something about it. What do you expect the president should prioritize in his speech today?
First of all, to congratulate workers on their big day, International Day. I'm sure in a world full of unemployment, just to be employed is a good thing. But once you are employed, you also look forward to having an income, some kind of livelihood. So I'm kind of sure that the workers are expecting that the president and their Secretary General truly will have something for them. I'm sure they know the cost of living is high. I'm sure they also know the many levies and taxes have diminished the payslip, and they should do something to cushion the workers, because it's not enough for government to raise the payslip without considering increase of salaries and wages. So I join other workers, I'm also a worker, in hoping that this day will bring good news by way of minimum wages going up, by way of other policy announcements from the president. Because it's not just about salaries, it's not just about money. There are other policy decisions the government can make to better the lives of Kenyans and workers in particular. Yeah.
We still have several other Labor Days before President William Ruto finishes his first term in office and will be up for re-election. But looking at the way the Kenya Kwanza administration has been running things, are you confident that the next 2 to 3 years, workers will have something to smile about, because the situation is dire as it is right now?
Yeah, I am sure the president is aware. I'm sure Atwoli is aware that workers are suffering, and they must do something about it. Like I've said before, it's not always about salaries. For example, the president can choose to lower certain taxes and levies. He can look at even the housing levy and say, okay, we can reduce by 0.5%. It's not always about salaries. If they cannot increase salaries, the economy cannot allow them to increase salaries, at least not significantly, I would then hope and pray that they will bring other policy measures to ease the burden on workers. Because we are getting to a point where working does not make any more sense. You know, what is the point of saying you are working and the expectations on you from family, from friends, from people you owe money, and come end month you have nothing to give? So they have to do something, and I'm sure they are aware. The president is facing an election in the next 2 years. I doubt that the president will want to face an election with this kind of situation. I would believe the president will be counting on happy workers. And this Labor Day and next Labor Day would accord the president an opportunity to do something, to put a smile on the faces of workers in this country. Yeah, because they are his people. Yeah.
Just lastly, you have seen the government go out there abroad to create jobs for Kenyans. Do you believe that this intervention is enough, or the government should be focusing more inwards than outwards?
I have never supported for a minute this idea of taking boys and girls outside the country. We have enough jobs here. Let's generate the jobs. Let's lower the cost of doing business in this country. Let's look at the many levies and taxes employers are forced to contribute, you know. Let's look at the cost of electricity, for example. Let's reduce corruption in the energy sector to be able to reduce the cost of electricity. That will mean manufacturers will come to this country. Let's look at any taxes that stand in the way of investment. Let's look at some of the laws that are not friendly to investors. That way will create enough jobs. Look at the cost of fuel. Look at diesel. Look at the many taxes on fuel, on diesel, on petrol. Let's try and lower them so that we can create jobs. There are jobs in this country if we care what enters this country. You know, there are so many. In fact, I saw something coming from America, I think, saying Kenya is one of the destinations of fake products. There are too many counterfeit and fake products in this country. There are so many products that come in this country of substandard, brought by people who don't pay taxes. If we can block dumping so that not just about anything comes in this country, we can create millions of jobs. And that, to me, that is a better way than sending our boys and girls into miserable conditions, especially in the Gulf states. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. I'm sure we'll be catching up later. Enjoy your Labor Day. Indeed.